here, right? There's snow underneath. Yeah. We're all three here, man.
Y falo, no tire tanto golpe. Sigue cogiendo.
Dios lo bendiga. Takeover, aquí andamos.
How's he looking, Junior?
With less than a week remaining before Rolando, Romero takes on Teofimo Lopez. Both fighters are deep into the final stages of preparation. They are putting in the last hard sessions in the gym and making their final adjustments before fight night. Teofimo Lopez will be looking to bounce back after his loss to Shakur Stevenson earlier this year. Now moving up to welterweight, the takeover has a major opportunity in front of him. A victory could give him a welterweight title and potentially open the door to a unification fight or even an undisputed championship.
Oh, shit, that's right. That's, oh, yeah, with the stakes and everything. Oh, I take it back. We already here in a minute.
Teofimo Lopez appears to be in excellent shape as he makes the final adjustments to his training camp. However, this is far from an easy assignment. Romero is also fully motivated and working just as hard, if not harder, because he understands what is at stake. He has a chance to prove that he belongs among the biggest names in the division.
¿Qué marico? Porque está bajito, hacer.
You feel it?
Oh my God. It's a bomb. TNT.
The young champion believes he's been overlooked for far too long, and a victory over Teofimo could finally change that. If Romero gets the win, it could lead to much bigger opportunities, potentially even another showdown with WBC welterweight champion Ryan Garcia.
Who's that? It's a takeover. I love you, Floyd. Let's go. Thank you, guys. That was great.
While this is an exciting matchup for boxing fans, it has surprisingly gone under the radar. Many people may not realize that these two fighters have previously been sparring partners and now find themselves competing for a chance to take the next step at 147 pounds. For Teofimo Lopez, victory would make him a three-division world champion. For Romero, a win could put him in position for major fights against names such as Devin Haney and other fighters he has come close to facing in the past.
Alexis Rocha, you work with him? Management?
They work with smaller guys that. I'm just kidding. No, but I really don't.
Do you know Johnny Cañas? Johnny? He looks like Ryan. Everybody fights Ryan Spartan. Sugar Cane.
Oh, Sugar King, yeah.
That's his man.
That's his man? I like Kane, man.
Yeah, he's a character.
Yeah, hell of a fighter.
When you look closely at both fighters, this is an extremely difficult matchup to predict. There are arguments on both sides, and several boxing analysts have offered very different opinions about who has the advantage. Journalist Sean Zittel, for example, believes Romero is the bigger and stronger welterweight. He also sees Romero as the more powerful puncher while pointing out that his speed is often underrated. Under trainer Ismael Salas, Romero has reportedly become more disciplined and patient, developing into a smarter counterpuncher who uses timing and natural power to punish opponents when they make mistakes. Lopez, meanwhile, enters the fight as the underdog and will need a disciplined strategy built around his jab. He will have to use the jab to create openings and then counter Romero without getting pulled into unnecessary exchanges. There are still questions about how disciplined Lopez will be at welterweight, especially because his knockout rate has dropped and he can sometimes become overly aggressive when a fight starts getting away from his preferred rhythm.
I spoke to both fighters leading up to this fight. Rolly is convinced that he is Teo's big brother. He's correct in the sense of physically, he is the bigger man, even though he doesn't have a longer reach. He's not taller, but through the shoulders and just through the weight itself as a welterweight, he is the bigger man. He is the stronger man. He is the bigger puncher. And despite not fighting in 15 months, he has a little bit more momentum right now and is riding higher than Teofimo Lopez, who's in another chapter in his career at welterweight and doesn't look particularly big at welterweight. We'll see what we get on the scales. So Jim Lampley noted continuously in his upset of Ryan Garcia his musculature at welterweight. So he's the bigger, stronger guy, I think, and the bigger puncher heading in. He's also always had underrated speed because when you talk about him being explosive, explosiveness isn't just power, it's speed as well. And the reason why Rolly's been an overachiever starting late at 17 is he has some tremendous natural gifts. On the other side, I talked to Teo, and the game plan he laid out, Raheem, in my interview with him about a week or so ago was perfect. It was actually the game plan I hatched in my head. He's got to use his jab. He has to be first and last in this fight. He has to initiate with his jab, draw out the counter punches of Rolly, because Rolly is being more of a counter puncher now. When he commits to shots, he even said in my interview, sometimes it's hard for me to be coordinated, and that's why I'm awkward. I'm so explosive that when I punch, it's almost like I'm uncoordinated, aka off balance. Teo has to bait him out to go off balance and commit and then do what he does best, and that's counterpunch. But the technical problem and the question for Teo in this fight, again, as the smaller man, as the man who's only had one knockout in about 6 or 7 years, and that was against Pedro Campa, is will he be disciplined enough to stick to a game plan of fighting behind his jab, or will he commit and get timed? Will he punch naked like Shakur Stevenson and other patient fighters have made him do?
According to Zittel, Teofimo's game plan needs to be extremely disciplined and leave almost no room for mistakes. If Lopez allows Romero to build momentum and use his explosive power, the fight could quickly become dangerous. Coach Aoe offered a more technical assessment. Although he slightly favors Romero, he described the matchup as close to a true 50-50 fight because both fighters have realistic paths to victory. Aoe acknowledged that Teofimo Lopez is the more naturally skilled boxer, but he believes Romero's background in jiu-jitsu, judo, and other martial arts gives him advantages in areas such as core strength and grip strength. AOE also believes Romero generates unusual power through his forearms, which makes his punches especially dangerous. In his view, that power has helped Romero move through the divisions and compete successfully at the championship level, even while some questions remain about the depth of his overall boxing skills.
Looks like August 22nd. Rolando Romero, Teofimo Lopez.
That's actually going to be, I'm excited to watch that. That's going to be a good fight. Styles definitely make fights, and that's a good fight for both.
Rolly, we rocking with you, Rolly.
Yeah.
On YSM, we rocking with Rolly, man.
You rocking Rolly?
We rocking with Rolly.
I think Rolly going to win it. It's a fight that's for Teofimo's, like, future. You know what I'm saying? Are you going to be a guy that's on the decline, or can you revive yourself by having a masterful performance against a guy like Rolly and take another ride to the top, right? So we'll see. But I got my money on Rolly too. But I think that stylistically, Rolly not somebody that Tio can't find in the ring. He's gonna be able to hit him. So I want to break down both their styles fully. We'll do a whole in-depth breakdown on them. But I like the fight on paper right now for sure for both guys. That's a true 50-50 fight.
Rolly to my knowledge, one fight at 147 pounds, defeated Ryan. I think this would be Tio's first fight. Both started at 35. Tio's clearly the more skillful guy. Clearly higher IQ, but hasn't shown the punching power since 35. Rolly's been dangerous. 35, 40, 47.
Rolly got like what Crawford got. A lot of guys don't pay attention to the differences in core strength, grip strength, and so on. Like guys who wrestle, like Rolly used to do judo. You know what I'm saying? Like guys who wrestle and guys who do jiu-jitsu, stuff like that, they grip strength is crazy, and punching power come from your forearms. Like your grip strength in your forearm, you get more power out of that than you do out of the bicep and shoulder. So your punching power comes from that. So guys that got good grip strength, they can probably carry their power up because they stronger where it matters, where it matters or where it counts. So Rolly going to hit hard no matter what, I think. You know what I mean?
AOE also offered a potential blueprint for how Teofimo Lopez could win. He believes Lopez needs to establish himself early and make Romero respect his offense before Raleigh has a chance to build pressure. Lopez has sometimes shown a tendency to fade as fights become longer, so AOE believes that allowing Romero to take control early could leave him vulnerable to a 7th or 8th round stoppage, if Lopez can cause enough early damage. However, he can earn Romero's respect and then use feints, movement, and his jab to control the middle rounds while conserving energy.
How does that fight look stylistically? Or you don't know yet, so you break down the film?
No, I think it depends. Like, it depends on how much damage, if any, Teofimo can cause early in the fight. Like, if he jump on Rolly and can hurt Rolly and kind of deter him for whatever his game plan is, then, it could be a good performance for him, because I think Rolly coming. If he don't jump out there on Rolly early, Teofimo gonna get knocked out. And the reason I say that is I haven't seen Teofimo carry his power or not only up in weight, but late in fights. You know what I'm saying? Later in fights, he wears down. I look at him as more of a front runner type of fighter, where if he beat you and get you down or get you out of here and the fight going his way for the first 6 rounds, he got you. If it's blank or he really don't open up fast, Rolly will get him out of here in 7 or 8. You know what I mean? Because eventually he's gonna start landing punches and punishing him. You know what I mean? I think he'll get him out of here in 7 or 8. So Teofimo needs to jump on Rolly early, make it a fight early, get his off early before he wears down. And then by the time you start wearing down, you bought yourself a little bit of time to rest in the middle rounds. You know what I'm saying? If he has to fight in the middle rounds because it wasn't a fight early.
Predicting this fight is extremely difficult because both fighters come into the matchup with major question marks. That uncertainty makes it challenging to confidently choose a winner. Some experts, including Gary and Twan Russell, have taken the safer position and viewed the matchup as essentially 50-50. Russell agrees that Romero has enough power to cause serious damage and potentially end the fight early. However, he remains unsure whether Romero can land the kind of clean, fight-ending power against someone as experienced and technically skilled as Teofimo Lopez.
I think that's going to be a good-ass fight. I think they're both entertaining as fuck inside and outside the ring. They they both entertaining inside and out the ring. I think it's a 50-50 fight.
Yeah.
I think that's a 50 fight, man. I don't know. May the best man win. And I like both of them too.
Yeah. It's a good fight. I like it. Does the fight go the distance?
I don't know. Rolly got some thump. If Teofimo Lopez get reckless, I can see Rolly clipping his ass. I can see Rolly clipping his ass with something. Rolly got some thump.
Teofimo Lopez has already proven that he can pull off major upsets, but his career has appeared to lose some momentum in recent years. His results have been inconsistent, and some analysts question whether his overall game has developed as much as expected. Greg Hackett highlighted those concerns in his analysis. Hackett picked Rolly Romero to defeat Lopez because he believes Romero is improving under Ismael Salas. He sees better discipline, smarter decision-making, and improved defensive positioning from Romero. By comparison, Hackett believes Lopez has become stagnant and has relied too heavily on his father as his main source of coaching. He also questioned Lopez's motivation, suggesting that his recent performances have lacked the same hunger he showed earlier in his career. Hackett expects Lopez to spend long periods fighting from the back foot, but believes Romero will eventually close the distance and walk him down, potentially winning a decision on the scorecards.
When it comes to that fight, I'm picking Rolly. I like Rolly for sure.
Yeah. I'd be surprised too how much you be tapped in while coaching. I ain't gonna lie, but you like Rolly in the fight.
Yeah.
Why?
I seen from Rolly, he's becoming better as far as his discipline. He's keeping his hands up high. His decision making is better, and I think Teofimo is right now. He's just fighting for the money. I don't think it's about legacy. I don't think it's about getting better. I think it's strictly about money now. So because it's strictly about money, his heart isn't fully in it, and I think Rolly Romero is going to run down. I think he's going to punish him, and I could be wrong.
Yeah. So you feel like Rolly's progressing while Teal's not?
Absolutely.
Okay. Do you feel like that fight goes the distance?
Yeah, it could, but yeah, I feel like it go the distance.
Yeah. What kind of fight do you feel like it's gonna be? Do you feel like it'll be a war, or do you feel like you just see Teofimo Lopez more in the back foot trying to box?
He definitely going to box Rolly. There's no point in him sitting there trying to rip with Rolly. Rolly will tear his head off. But I think Rolly will catch up to him within time. Rolly, like I said, is getting better. He's working on his game, and I've seen it. And I think by the time they fight, Rolly he'll be ready. Like an 8-4.
Hackett is extremely confident in his prediction and sees very little opportunity for Teofimo Lopez to defeat Rolly Romero. He also believes the significance of the fight goes beyond simply identifying the winner. In his view, whoever wins will immediately move toward the next level of competition and could find himself involved in a major welterweight unification match.
Now a lot of people are talking about this, Rolly's chin. They talk about the chin. Obviously, him keeping his hands nice and tight, he wasn't really able to get hit by Ryan's hook. But do you feel like the speed of Teofimo Lopez, a lot of people are saying, hey, Ryan Garcia is no Teofimo Lopez when it comes to IQ. What's your thoughts?
I feel like, listen, man, people, again, got opinions. Like I said again, the kid is getting better. Ismael Salas is a great coach. And Rolly's really listening to him. Teo is still with his father, from what I understand. No help. Nobody actually coming in there and being an influence to Teo. So everything that he's done in the past, he's still doing. There's nothing better about him. And you're going to see Rolly run him over. Trust me. Rolly going to run him over.
Now, what does this fight mean for Rolly and Teofimo Lopez? I mean, listening to Teofimo Lopez sounds like a make or break situation.
It's just a good fight. It's a real good fight. And the next guy, and the guy that wins move on to the next level. It's just
Keith Thurman, on the other hand, is picking Teofimo Lopez largely because of his previous interactions with the takeover. Thurman praised Lopez's ability to promote fights and believes the former champion still has plenty of untapped skill and natural talent. Thurman did not dismiss Rolly Romero, though. He acknowledged Romero's abilities and impressive rise through the sport, while also pointing out that he believes Rolly can be beaten. That leaves the door open for Lopez to use his experience and technical skills to exploit the right openings.
I like the fight. I remember when I got to meet Timo in person. You know, I like Timo. I like somebody who can promote. I like somebody who can promote crazy like man one time sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So I like Timo. Like his skills, his talent. And we got to meet in the back of the MGM Grand. This was Barrios, Pac-Man, in Vegas. What's that? Last summer?
Yeah, I
was
think
that
so.
A year ago?
Yeah, about a year ago. Yeah.
So last summer, you know, finally face to face with the T-Man himself, and he was showing me love, man. I was kind of surprised. He was showing me love, and they said, "Oh man, we're gonna see you boys in the ring. This and that." I said, he just stepped into 147. Let him get some fights in. You know, don't throw him in with Thurman right away. You know, and of course, I knew I was staring down at 154 anyway, so the likelihood wasn't really there at the time. But you know, Rolly is interesting, you know, because he's somebody who's tough, but you know, he's definitely a beatable character. You know, he's definitely beatable. He comes at you in spurts. He's had some good days and he's had some bad days in that ring, right? On fight night, you know. So I'm more interested in like what kind of Rolly are we going to see? How eager is Timo to make a statement at 147? And I favor Timo though. I think he has what it takes. I think he has what it takes to move up, and I think this is a good matchup for him moving up. You know, matchups matter a lot. Picking your fights. So I think this is a great matchup. I think it's a good one for the fans. You know, it's good for boxing. You know, this is a fun one, and I think people, no matter who you're supporting, you're going to enjoy.
Two-time world champion Regis Prograis also favors Teofimo Lopez to win by decision. Prograis believes Lopez's technical ability and overall boxing skills could be the difference over the distance. However, he is not overlooking Romero's power. Prograis recognizes that one clean punch from Rolly could completely change the fight and potentially give Lopez serious problems. Prograis expects the contest to be highly competitive and entertaining, especially because the two fighters already know each other well. Their familiarity could actually make the action more intense because neither man has to spend time figuring out the other from scratch. They can get straight to business and focus on executing their game plans.
What you make of Teofimo Lopez and Rolly Romero for the WBA strap at welterweight that's happening this weekend?
I got Teo. I think Teo should be able to outbox him. But I wouldn't be surprised if Rolly just catch him. If Rolly catch him on something, I wouldn't be surprised. But at the same time, I got Teo, bro. I think Teo just a better athlete and a better boxer all around, and I think he should be able to outbox him. But you know, I wouldn't be surprised if Rolly does. If Rolly could catch him. Yeah. So how entertaining do you feel like that fight is, and in the same time, how competitive do you think it is? I think it's gonna be a very competitive and entertaining fight because they know each other. They cool with each other. And sometimes that makes for the best fights, bro. Like usually when you do know people, it's like, you know, you don't have to break the ice too much. You know what I'm saying? You could go out there and fight. You know, a lot of people, they're like, oh, people say like we brothers, we not gonna fight. But when people they fight and they cool, that actually sometimes it makes for a really, really good fight because they know each other. They just, you know, you're going all out. You know what I'm saying? They're not really, I don't think they should be worried about hurting each other. They probably know it's business and they're not gonna worry about that. And I think it's gonna be a good fight. I think it's gonna be a real good fight. Yeah, and you got Teo by decision. Yeah, I got Teo by decision. I don't think he gonna stop him. I think if Rolly does win, I think he could stop him, but I got Teo.
Ryan Garcia has also surprisingly picked Teofimo Lopez to defeat Rolly Romero. There may be some bias behind that prediction because Garcia has publicly stated that he wants to face the winner of this fight as he looks to close out his Golden Boy contract. That means whoever gets his hand raised on August 22nd at T-Mobile Arena will not simply leave with the WBA title. The winner could also secure a massive opportunity against Ryan Garcia and potentially land a life-changing payday.
To knock it over Conor Ben. What's after that? Do you get that Mink Cinco de Mayo?
I want to win. I want to fight Teofimo Lopez as the winner.
Hunt the Rolly. Win the winner of that
That's
fight.
what I want to end my Golden Boy career with.
Who's gonna win that fight?
Probably Teofimo.
Odds are pretty close.
Yeah, I feel like Teofimo has his number. I think the sparring is gonna play a part in it, and I feel like Rolly's, he's gonna have they're gonna both have a sense of hesitation because of the sparring, but I think because Teofimo has so much belief, like when Teofimo really, really believes in himself, like he didn't seem like he was confident with Shakur at all in the lead up. But I think this fight, he knows what to do to Rolly.
So you don't even care about avenging the Rolly Romero fight, it sounds like.
Not really, man. That's not my best, but one day, you know, if I could complete a side mission to like redeem myself for that or like right that wrong, I will. But right now, I feel like I have bigger fish to fry, you know, and it's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen when I'm like, all right, let me just fill this little thing in I have to do. Yeah.
All right, so if you get the Tio...
This is a fight that may be flying under the radar right now, but it could produce some major surprises on August 22nd. Both Teofimo Lopez and Rolly Romero have something important to prove, and the winner could find himself in a completely different position within the welterweight division. So, who do you think wins this fight? Can Teofimo Lopez use his technical ability to outbox Romero, or will Rolly's size, pressure, and power be too much? Drop your prediction in the comments. That's all for today. If you enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comment section. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you in the next video.